Hello everyone, today we're going to learn how to navigate Google Slides. So the first thing you're going to do is choose your search engine. Today I'm going to be using Google. Once you're within your search engine, you're going to look up Google Slides. Once you're within Google Slides, if it prompts you to log in, refer to another video on how to create an account and how to log into Google Slides. So once you're within Google Slides, you're going to go to create a new presentation and choose the blank option. Once you're within this blank presentation, the first thing you should do is name your presentation because this helps with organization and finding the presentation after the fact. So I'm going to call it example presentation. So once you've named your presentation, you're going to create your title slide. So this larger box up here is for title. And then underneath this, click to add a subtitle. This is where we're going to put the author's names. So now you have a title slide. And then another important thing you can do is you can change the background or the themes. So themes, you can look at all these different themes they have here. I would say stay away from some of them that are a little more bright or abstract because it may not be professional, it might be a little distracting. But a lot of these are good. Like this is very good and simple. This is also very simple and good. So that's one way is you can choose from one of these preset themes. Another thing you can do is you can go to background right here on this toolbar, choose change background, and you can change the color of the background. So while you can do like a yellow, it's really fun. I recommend staying to a more neutral color like this nice gray right here. So once you've done that, you now have changed the background of your slide. So the next thing we're going to do is add slides. So there are multiple ways to do this. You can just add a slide right here by clicking new slide, or you can click on this drop down arrow and it will show you all the different slides with the different layouts. I'm going to walk through what each of these slides may be helpful with. So this is a great one just for like a title and then a body text. This one right here is great if you're trying to compare and contrast two things. And this one right here, big number, is great if you're trying to emphasize a big statistic. So for the purpose of this, I'm just going to choose a blank slide. See, now I've created a new slide. So once you have a blank slide and you want to create a new text box, you're going to click on this icon, add text box. It's going to create this plus sign and you're going to drag it over for your desired size. And there you go, you have a text box. So I'm going to create a title. I'm also going to create a body text. So body text. And then if you don't like how they're aligned, you can click on it and physically drag it over until you like where it is. Okay, and so for a title and body text, you usually want the title to be a little bit bigger so you can differentiate between the two. So to do that, you're going to click on this text box, right click on it and drag it over to highlight the word. And to change the font size, you're going to go to this font size up here. And you can either manually do it by increasing the plus sign, or you can enter it what size you want it. So I'm going to do 22 for the title, just so it's larger. Another way to change and emphasize a title is you can bold the title. You can also italicize it. You can underline it. You can even change the color. So let's say, I want a nice royal blue. And so let's say this is my body text and I want to highlight something. So what to do that is you highlight the word and you click on this highlight icon right here. You can choose a nice yellow and now it's highlighted. Okay, another way to include infographics or images on your page is to use the add image icon. So to do that, you're going to click the insert image icon and the drop down arrow to the right of that. And there's multiple ways to insert images on your slide. One of the ways is directly upload it from your computer if you have saved an image to your personal computer, or you can even search the web. So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to look up pictures of dogs. Perfect. Oh, this is a cute golden retriever. We'll insert this into our presentation. Wonderful, now we have a picture of a dog. Another way to insert a picture is you can insert it from the drive if you've saved the picture to your personal drive, or if you have Google Photos and you have a picture in there, or even by URL. You can also use camera, but a lot of computers don't have cameras, so that's a less popular option. So another thing you can do is you can change fonts. So let's create another text box. So let's say font example. So let's see on how to change font. So you right click, highlight it, and this is the font box right here. You can click the drop down arrow and these are all the fonts we can choose from. I would recommend staying away from a font like this where it's cursive and hard to read. I would stick to more traditional fonts like Garamond, Arial, Times New Roman, Veranda, fonts like that where it's very professional and easy to read. And another thing you could do, which is very useful, so let's create another text box, is if you want to include information in a list. This is very helpful. So one thing you can do is create a bulleted list. To do that, you're gonna go, let's X out of this real quick, and you're gonna click on this bullet right here. And now you can, let's create a list of our favorite dogs. So Beagle, Poodle, Golden Retriever. So now this is a great way to list information on a slide. Another way you can list information is by creating a numbered list. And to do that, you're going to click the icon to the right of the bulleted list icon, the numbered list icon. And so I didn't mean to do that. So this is a great time to point out if you did something that you don't want to do and you want to reverse that action, you can go to this arrow right up here and undo. You can also do redo. So for purposes of this, I'm going to undo it. I'm going to go under and then I'm going to click the numbered list. So let's list our favorite fruits. So apples, strawberries, and bananas. Perfect. And so within these bulleted lists and numbered lists, you can also change up the organization a little bit. You can use like this one, which uses different types of bullets. This one uses different types of bullets. And for numbers, same thing. You can use Roman numerals. You can use letters. There's multiple ways to do this. So another thing to do, let's say I'm very satisfied with this slide. I think it looks pretty. Okay, cool. Another really important thing to do is to figure out margins. So automatically and by default, the margins on a slide are going to be to the left. So I'm going to show you how to change that. So this is to the left. Let's say I want to have a center or middle margin. To do that, you're going to highlight this and you're going to go, so this is, click on the align icon. This is where you can change the margins. Click the drop down arrow. This is for middle. Now it's in the middle. Say I want the words to the right margin. To do that, highlight and go to the right. That's a great way if you want to space out information on a slide or just change the margins. Another important thing to know is if you want to change the spacing between a line, let's say let me create a couple lines right here. So let me do the example of dogs again. Okay, so to do that, you're going to highlight these three words, and this is to change line and paragraph spacing. So you can either do single space, which is the default. You can do 1.15. You can even do 1.5 and double. And another option is you can do custom spacing where you can manually enter what you want this to be. Let's say I want it 1.3. It'll create a custom 1.3 line spacing. Okay, so let's say I'm very satisfied with this slide and I'm ready to present. One thing I recommend is, so you see this down here, it says click to add speaker notes. This is very helpful when you're presenting, you might get nervous and you want to remember what to emphasize on a slide while presenting. You can add some speaker notes that you can refer back to while presenting. So I always use this. One thing that you can do is like, let's say, I want to remember how to change font size. So change font size. And then I can say how to do that. Go to font size icon and click the plus or minus icons. And so if I'm getting nervous during a presentation and forget what to say, I can just refer to these presentation notes and I can get right back on track. So let's say I'm satisfied with the slide and I'm ready to present. You're going to click on this start slideshow icon right up here in the upper right corner, click on it, and now you're in presentation mode. And to switch between slides, you're going to use this cursor here and click, and it will bring you from slide to slide. So that is a great way to do it. So thank you so much. If you have any more questions, please reach out. Thank you so much.